A second Obama-appointed federal judge ruling against the Trump administration over financial records today in New York. Judge Edgardo Ramos ruled that two banks that did business with President Trump must comply with congressional subpoenas the Trump administration expected to appeal. We're back now with attorneys Victoria Toensing, Joe DiGenova. You had something, Victoria, you wanted to add very quickly?
Another important point of Bill Barr's interview. He said, today I have more questions than before I became Attorney General. Yeah. Now, what does that say about the FBI director? Why couldn't he walk into Bill Barr's office and answer every single question he had?
Yeah. Well, Christopher Wray is, I think, making it very clear who he is and who he is for, which is unfortunate, I think, both for the country and for him. Very quickly, the judge ruling, I'm going to skip around very quickly, if I may, Joe, here. A federal judge ruling, that the president, has to, his banks have to comply with a congressional subpoena that's politically motivated and directed. This is, to me, outrageous.
Well, this is pretty slipshod judicial work. I think it is very important that the notion of a valid legislative purpose, which is the Supreme Court standard for these subpoenaed documents, be available. What's going on here, when you look at all the subpoenas that are issued by the House of Representatives, all the subpoenas to third parties, to the family, to financial institutions, to the White House. What's going on here now is an abusive, intrusive assault, vindictive assault on the President of the United States and his family. None of this is being done for a valid legislative purpose. This is a violation of the Constitution, and I predict that when these get to higher courts, very serious questions are going to be raised about them, and these subpoenas are going to be stopped.
Well, I wish I absolutely defer to your legal judgment. I have to tell you, I am so sick of what seems to me to be a rancid judiciary that I'm not nearly so hopeful. I'm counting on your usual acumen and your powers of prophecy in things legal. Nadler threatening to hold Don McGahn, the president's attorney, if he refuses, as he has done, to show up. Victoria, is this another one where we're going to see the issue rise up through the appellate system?
Mm-hmm. No, because I don't think he'll ever get to have the guts to go to district court to ask for it to be upheld. I mean, he's not going to do that with Bill Barr either, by the way. Yeah. He's going to ask Bill Barr to break the law. Oh, please, may it please the court, will you direct the Attorney General to violate the law? The McGahn's situation is executive privilege, and it's the president's constitutional authority that can say to McGahn, do not go there. And that has not been waived. Contrary, the Washington Post wrote a whole story, didn't quote one lawyer who said that there was, every lawyer said there was waiver. There isn't. The circuit court here has said there's no waiver. You know why? Because talking to Mueller, McGahn talking to Mueller was in the executive branch, so they didn't go outside the branch. It's very unsophisticated reporting, unfortunately.
Well, and worse politics and governance from the radical Dems in the committees they chair. Yep. Let's turn to John Solomon's outstanding reporting, now predicting that the president will start declassifying Spygate documents, in particular the so-called Bucket 5 documents that show that the FBI knew they were going after innocents.
Well, I think what's going to happen is the declassification, along with the Horowitz, two Inspector General reports, one about Comey and one about FISA, are going to change the narrative completely. And that is going to be the most important shift here. That's going to help Bill Barr pursue his investigation. He's going to have the wind at his back after that. And there's just no doubt that all 4 FISA warrants were illegally obtained through the provision of false and incomplete information to the FISA court. And there just isn't any doubt about that now. It was all illegal from day one.
So, Lou, can we say this all together? Mr. President, declassify those documents.
You've got it. I so stipulate, or whatever you fancy folks say.
Wow.
Thanks so much. Victoria Toensing, Joe DiGenova, thanks so much. We appreciate it as always. Great to have you.